My name is Avery Rost. I'm a film director based out of Los Angeles. My film playing is called The Dirty South, and it is about, it's a short vignette about a motocross racer who is training down south in Florida.
It's basically a sports documentary, if you will.
Yeah, kind of. We kind of wanted to create something that wasn't so like typical documentary style. We wanted it to be more so just like a quick little look into this racer's life. So no like questions or anything like that. Kind of just like a quick little snapshot.
And part of it was shot in Florida and here in Wisconsin as well.
Sort of, yeah. So the parts that were shot in Wisconsin were basically just on the interstate, on our way to Florida. I believe we also stopped off in Alabama for a bit. But yeah, mainly Florida.
And it follows one racer through a series of competitions.
Yeah, so the racer who's in it, it's my friend Blake, and yeah, it was like the dead of winter. He needed to get some training in, so we kind of planned this trip to go down south to like find some sunshine, some warmth. But yeah.
You began making films back when you were 12, according to your bio. Uh, is racing dirt bikes and other sports action films your main interest since you were 12, or have you done other types of films?
So that's kind of how I got introduced into filmmaking. I used to race and everything. So before I was a filmmaker, I raced and was all involved with that. But yeah, still action sports are kind of like my main focus right now, but I'm definitely drifting off more into like music videos and narrative projects.
So
Yeah.
that's what your main career is in Los Angeles is a filmmaker doing music videos and
Yep.
so forth.
Yeah.
Um, with this, I thought it was a visually stunning film.
Oh, thank you.
Um, and when I went to your website, it looks like a lot of it was very similar. Do you follow this racer quite a bit? Your friend?
Uh, yeah. So Blake, he's kind of just down for whatever. So if I have a weird idea, I'll pitch it to him and see what his thoughts are, and we kind of just like work off of each other. Like he'll throw something out there, and we'll build off that, and then I'll throw out something, then he'll build off that, and it's just kind of cool to work with him because it's just like this really good like creative energy like on set, even before then too. So
Have you ever thought of maybe doing a narrative film outside
I
the documentary style?
yeah. So I wrote the short that I'm hoping to shoot in Wisconsin in October. And that'll be like my first proper narrative directing piece. So
So are you from Wisconsin?
yeah, I grew up in Green Lake. So
Okay. And what is your training? Did you go out to California to be a filmmaker, to go to school there, or did you go to school here to be a filmmaker?
so I never actually went to school. I went to like a semester of college, like doing marketing or something. But yeah, I came out here in 2017, I believe, for like a 3-month internship, and then I moved back to Wisconsin. Kind of just did like local stuff, like commercials, small stuff like that. And then I moved out here full time in 2020. So yeah, been out here for a little bit.
So you've been doing this since 2017, has it? This
Um,
type of filmmaking?
yeah, I kind of 2017. It's weird to look back because there's a lot of progression that's happened since then. But I guess professionally, I would say I've been doing this since like 2018 full time.
Okay. Now, has this film, The Dirty South, been in other film festivals?
I believe it has. I don't know which ones, I'm going to be honest with you. But yeah, it's been in a couple festivals. It's played at a couple.
And since you're from Wisconsin, is it kind of nice to have your film play in the Wisconsin area a little bit there?
Yeah, it's awesome to have like local stuff being played in my home state. It's just cool to like come back and see all that, especially because nobody really thinks of Wisconsin as like this major like film hub. So it's really cool when there's local festivals that you can go to and see like all of, not the hidden talent, but there's a lot of really good filmmakers either in Wisconsin or from Wisconsin, or it's just cool to see that for sure.
What else can we expect from you?
Um,
Um, are you still shooting music videos and sports vignettes and all that constantly?
Yep. So my full-time job right now is actually working with Fox Racing. So there's a lot of stuff that I'm doing with them. Quite a few things in development. But yeah, music videos, those are always coming out. But yeah, otherwise just that short and a bunch of stuff that I don't really know about yet. It kind of just comes to me and we go from there. So
Let me go back a little bit. This was shot in the winter.
yeah, I believe it was either late January or like sometime in February.
Okay.
So like
And
dead of winter.
your friend Blake, is he from Wisconsin?
Yep, he's from Appleton.
During the wintertime, obviously, you can't really do much motocrossing in Wisconsin.
Yep.
So he drives how long to get to these? I mean, he must be totally dedicated to the sport because he's driving to Florida, right? I mean, that's
Yep.
his white van in the video.
Yep. It's honestly, motocross is crazy. The people involved, they're like so committed and so like into it. It's just like a 20-hour drive to Florida is like, well, like, we have to do it to go ride. And that film trip that the Dirty South came from, that was actually, we drove down one day, rode that next day. I think we drove through the night and then rode another day after that and then drove straight back to Wisconsin. So it's not like he was down there for like a week or anything. It was literally like a day and a half worth of riding that we drove like 40 hours total for.
Okay. The title of the Dirty South, I find it intriguing. Um, is that something that's kind of normally associated with motocross down south, or is that something that you came up with?
Honestly, that's just kind of, I don't think that the South is dirty at all. That was just there was actually some people who, when I told them I was going to title it that, they were like, why would you call it that? And to me, when I think of the South, it's just really gritty. There's a lot of like character, both in the people and like the architecture, the surroundings, everything. So that's kind of where that title came from.
It's a title that stood out to me when I was going through the films and like Dirty South, and I'm like looking at it, and it's like that sounds intriguing. So it's like it made me pay attention to your film more.
Awesome. Well, perfect. That's what we were going for.
So, well, thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah, of
And
course.
yeah, I hope you enjoy seeing the festival when you have a chance when it airs.
Absolutely. I'm excited. I'm really thankful to be included. And yeah, thanks for letting me be a part of this.